Wow, look at this dead tree right here. I don't know if you can see much of it, but this is what we're going to convert over into a really cool Dr. Seuss tree. So, good morning. This is Mark for another fun YouTube video. Today we're going to make a surprise birthday present for my wife Tammy, and she's gone away right now. So when she gets back home, hopefully I'll have this project all done. But we have a yew bush that I've cut down, and I was hoping it would turn into like a real bushy lollipop bush, but it just I think the cutting process it killed it. So what I'm going to do is turn it into a huge Dr. Seuss planter box. So the first step of this project is that you take a bucket, and with this bucket we're going to actually take the metal. This is 1/4-inch steel that you buy at the hardware store, and we're just going to wrap it around this bucket. And if you didn't have this bucket, your metal would actually just kink. And so we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to bend it around the bucket any way you can. Make it look nice. Okay, to start the process here, I'm going to take the item that I just bent. I'm going to mark it. These are 6-foot rods. So I'm going to actually just kind of take it and mark it off at 3 feet, so I know where to cut it. This blade has a metal blade on the jigsaw, so it cuts it quick. Next, I'm going to take my file and file the edges a little so they're not sharp. There, we're done. Cool. Okay, on this part of the project, we're going to actually heat up the pipe here, the 1/4-inch steel, so that we can bend it into a curly Q. So hopefully that'll work out. Yep. There we go. And this is pretty hard. I'm going to try to see if I can get it curved a little bit more. Putting a big dent in the actual handle here. Craziness. So I'm going to get the drill, and we're going to go ahead and drill some holes in the tops of this little crazy stumps. So I'm doing Uncle Scott. He spends more time setting his photos up than getting his work done. Oh no, where did I put that drill? Okay, we're putting this big drill bit on. Rrr. Thank you. Alright. Try not to fall and get hurt. I don't think so. There. Oh. I think it'll work. Cool. Now there's one. Let's do 2 more. There we go. Okay, we have it all installed now. Next we're going to put up the big center post that allows us to have baskets up kind of high, so that'll be our next step. In this part of it, and you can see a crowbar right here, and that crowbar is going to go and punch a hole in the ground. The hardest thing on this is to make it so, even though it's not centered exactly in the middle of the three little dead stalks, but to make it so that once it's planted in the ground, it's still centered looking. So I'm going to try it now and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, it's definitely not straight, but let's see what happens when I try to level it out a little. Okay, let's try that. I had to find a spot that there really aren't any roots. That actually looks pretty good. It's almost in the center of where the pots will be hanging, so that's about what I want. Now I just have to hammer it down into the dirt about a foot. I think before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and drill the rest of it and put the rest of the hangers on. Okay, after much hammering and adjusting, this is what we have. We have the tree. There are the lower three. They kind of arch off. And then as you go up, you see other various pots holding on to the top. And there will be pots hanging. I'm going to go get the different pots hopefully this week before Tammy gets home, and we'll have it ready. Cool. Dr. Suess planter box. Well, you can see how I bent the metal. This is just 1/4 inch steel rod, and just kind of hammered it away and make a little hook. Some of the rods were brass that we already had from a home remodeling show we went to, and that's pretty cool, so I modified some of those. The pieces are at Westlake Hardware that actually hold the brass and the steel. And it's just a piece of conduit pipe that I painted black, so worked out well. You can see how I kind of attached it. I put a book shelving material across two of the tree stems, and then just went ahead with the regular screw and drilled that out and through the conduit, and then just put it right into the back of the book casing, so it holds it together. Well, there it is, all done with flowers in place now, and as the summer goes on, the flowers will just get prettier and bigger, and the tree will just fill out. Look pretty cool. So yeah, turned out really nice. And this is Tammy's birthday present, so hopefully she'll like it.